Technology has absolutely changed the way that we communicate. We can speak to our friends, family, spouses, and more with just the touch of our fingers. With social media, we can meet people right next door or from across the world with such ease. Technology has seeped into every aspect of our lives, like the classroom, the workplace, and even at home. But one that seems to be overlooked is how much it really has changed communicating in relationships. According to Discover magazine, social media makes it easy for you to feel like you're in someone's life. This convenience can come at a cost. People can become less motivated to make the extra effort to maintain real-world connections. A survey of almost 17,000 people from 18 countries revealed that 1/3 of people communicate with their parents, friends, and partners less in the real world because they are connected on social media. It might not be a surprise that we're becoming more distracted and having less quality time and social interactions when phones are present. While different generations may experience it differently, they all know such change, and I asked Nate Hadley how he thinks communication has changed in recent years.
So I think communication has changed in that people communicate more often because it's so quick. Usually people have access to their phones almost every minute of the day. So usually communication is going back and forth all the time. And that could be through text, it could be through phone calls, it could be through FaceTime. So I would say the amount of communication is up.
Because he mentioned that it has sped up so much and it has become a lot easier for people to communicate, I asked him if he thought that the quality of communication has changed.
So I think the amount of communication is good with it having gone up. However, the difficulty is when you're only communicating or mostly communicating through words such as text, you don't get a lot of the context, such as the tone of voice, the facial expressions. So it's really hard to read communication, especially humans. One of our things that we're really good at is reading facial expressions, hearing tone of voice. So the quality of communication overall actually goes down when we're not able to see the other person and hear those changes in voice and facial expressions.
Like Nate said, face-to-face communication is very important, and according to mindandbodycounseling.com, text-based communication on social media lacks the nuances of face-to-face interaction. The absence of nonverbal cues such as tone, facial expressions, and body language can result in miscommunication and misunderstanding. Innocent messages can be misconstrued, potentially straining relationships. To show just how easy it is to miscommunicate, I showed a few text examples to some people in my grade and asked them what emotion they thought was behind the message that was sent. Alright, so what do you think this first one, what do you think he sounds like?
I think that in this context, it looks like they're just responding with just a normal, like...
So just no emotion, just kind of...
just like, okay. I know.
When I see like K, like I'm like, oh, he's pissed. Like
they probably just don't care. They're probably just saying okay.
I think that they are angry at me.
Usually, if someone says whatever, it's almost in like a, I don't care, whatever, like pissed off kind of way.
Pissed off, okay.
Whatever. That one. Well, if say it was whatever, so it's like I don't care. It's probably same thing like mad, maybe.
They probably just don't care. They're probably like, okay, whatever.
So yeah, they're just answering it.
They're just answering it.
So
they're
no
just
motion.
Texting you back.
Okay.
I think that means that they're mad at me and yeah.
This one, I think the period matters a lot because if it was just I don't care, it'd just be like, well, I don't care. But with the period, it sounds like they're adding like attitude to it, like, I don't care.
Alright.
IDC. That one, they're mad again. They're pissed.
So all three mad?
Yeah, I feel like, yeah.
They are very mad at me.
So all three mad?
Yep, all three angry.
As you can see, the results are a little bit different. Some thought that they were just responding, and others thought that they were angry, without even knowing the context that came before it. This shows just how easy miscommunication is. Even a simple word like K can make somebody feel that they are angry. I then asked Taylor Hadley, who is younger, if she has experienced personally miscommunication in this way.
When you're texting a guy and you're the only one who's carrying the conversation and they just say, yeah, like nothing, just yeah, you just think, I just personally think that they're bored and they don't want to talk to me. Actually, I think that's true.
I then asked her, like Nate, how she thinks communication has changed.
Yeah, like there's nothing real anymore. They kind of all have a certain mindset of how stuff should be, and it's nothing real anymore.
She is not the only one that is experiencing this. Many people, especially teens our age, are experiencing just a lack of quality in conversation and often feel that the other person does not care about what they're saying. According to Legacy Media Hub, they say that thanks to today's world of social media and messaging, we can form opinions far too quickly and misinterpret messages. On occasion, problems are amplified by our imagination, and our friends can encourage us to see the worst. My last interviewee was a member of the older generation, and I asked him how he used to communicate with my grandma, and this is what he had to say.
We've never communicated.
Okay.
She just tells me what she wants me to do, and I do it.
But then he finally started to say how they used to communicate.
I wrote her a lot of letters.
Do you think that is better than texting and stuff like that?
No, it was just a different time. It was just a different time.
I then asked him if he thought the quality of communication changed now that it's a lot of social media and text-based.
I do, yeah. Because nowadays, everybody wants to just text, and it's one-sided. So you text, and then before the person that you're texting to even sees that text, you're doing something further down the line.
We can see a couple things in common with different generations when it comes to this topic, but overall, the biggest one is that the quality of communication is not the same. While technology has drastically affected the way we communicate, the communicators in the situation are us. So if we want to change, we need to be the ones to change it. So call your friends, FaceTime your family, try to communicate face-to-face as much as you can, so that when you do text them, they'll probably have your tone memorized.